something must be wrong. It's a bubble that's gonna break. It's Murphy's Law. But I ain't gonna waste time with the negative. You know that I'm throwing away my lucky charms. I'm gonna think positive. You're the only luck I need, and that's for sure. I'm gonna leave it in the hands of fate and not ask for more. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law.
Neville! You little rugrat! Get in here! Where's my
I hate that woman.
I told you to keep it filled. I never want to see the bottom of this mug again.
Good morning, Miss Doucet. You look as ravishing as ever.
Get a haircut, Victor. And don't be so obvious about your bowing and scraping. Where's Murphy?
He doesn't drive, and he lives clear across town. He has to make 3 separate bus connections to get to work each morning.
Let me handle this, Wes. You always get him in so much trouble. See, Murphy really has his very own time zone. We'll be lucky if we see him before lunch.
And if he's not careful, we won't be seeing him at all. And that goes for the rest of you, too.
She's inhuman.
Well, at least she picked the right line of work.
They should have given that job to me, not some witch from another insurance company. Passed over again for no reason.
It's not that there wasn't a reason, Wes. It's just that there wasn't enough time to list them all.
You know how she got to be vice president? By stabbing people in the back, ruining careers, destroying lives, driving people to the point where all they can do is hum show tunes.
You mean like 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, Guys and Dolls, and there's no business like show business?
Worse than that, Yentl. Huh. But she'll get what's coming to her soon. On guard, pig dog. And that. Die!
Bravo, Wes. Touché. Too bad it's just pretend.
That's what you think. I'm gonna have it out with her right now.
You're such a kidder. I love this guy. What a sense of humor.
I'm gonna tell her there are gonna be some serious changes around here, starting today.
Show no mercy, Wes. I think I'll poke around my new digs. Did you, get through to her?
I wish she were dead.
Who is it?
I'm looking for Deadless P. Murphy.
found him. What can I do for you?
Well, you can start by letting me in. This is your Aunt Cornelia.
Cornelia. Come on up.
Aunt Cornelia?
Southern branch of the family.
I didn't know there was a southern branch of the family.
If you can have an Italian father, I get a southern aunt. Where's the other one?
Good question.
Coming! Aunt Cornelia, what a surprise!
Hello, Deadly.
Kimiko Fanucci, this is my Aunt Cornelia Bingham.
How do you do?
You don't look like you could possibly be Murphy's aunt.
Thank you. Dedalus and I are practically contemporaries. I'm his mother's youngest sister. My poor dear departed father, God rest his soul, never did know when to close the barn door. He had 3 wives and 18 children. When his last wife announced that she would like to make it an even 20, poor father dropped dead on the spot. He went to his eternal rest with his face frozen in fear.
That sounds like Grandpa, all right. Well, look at the time. It's
It's a good thing you didn't come 2 minutes later. Murphy and I were on our way out the door.
late for work.
This might come in handy at the office. Strange place to live, isn't it? On the top floor of a warehouse.
Well, we like it. It's more room for less money.
Oh, well, not that there's anything wrong with frugality. And they do say that hardship is a tonic for the artist. Some of our greatest pieces of literature have been written in garrets. I can just imagine a splendid novel taking shape up here.
Rotten place to write. Noisy, lots of traffic. Smells like a gas station most of the time.
Murphy.
Cornelia's a novelist.
A novelist? Really?
I have turned a phrase or two in my day. Mysteries, mostly. Now, where would you like me to put my luggage?
Your luggage?
Well, you did get my letter, didn't you? The one explaining that I was coming for a visit?
No letters, no phone calls, no telegrams.
Dear, this is most distressing. And as you can tell, I've traveled quite a distance to see you.
How long are we going to visit?
Well, we have so much catching up to do.
Couple of days? A week? Give me a hint.
Dear, you're making me feel unwanted.
Jesus. I don't like this, Murphy.
Neither do
No, I'm talking about your tone of voice. You sound like you want to turn her out on the street.
That's not far enough.
She's her own flesh and blood.
You don't know her like I know her. A week with Cornelia, and they stick you in this little room with rubber walls.
If I may interject something here, I heard you both say that you were late for work. I would be only too happy to stay and keep an eye on the garret.
Good idea.
But-
It's such a good idea. I don't want to hear any more ideas.
But-
Yeah, move it.
Later, Cornelia.
So nice to see you again, Dedalus.
Good morning. Morning, Murphy. Mr. Sad wants to see you.
Dusade.
That may be the way you pronounce it, but I choose to pronounce it Desaad.
Rough morning, huh?
I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime.
Worse than I thought.
Roll out the stopper, we'll have a whopper, and get me to the church.
Uncle Henry, this is Dedalus. Adelaide's kid. Adelaide, your sister. I'm not Adelaide, I'm her son. She's not well at all, Uncle Henry. Matter of fact, she's dead. Has been since Eisenhower was president. Yes, he was a hell of a general. The reason I called is about Aunt Cornelia.
Nice of you to show up, Murphy.
Needed to use the phone.
I'm about to make you hideously miserable.
Somebody already beat you to the punch. Hi, Lois. This is your cousin Dedalus. I was calling about Aunt Cornelia.
And Cornelia seems very special.
If you had a fairy godmother, she'd be it.
Listen up, everybody. There's about to be a policy change at First Fidelity Casualty. Starting today, investigators are going to go out in pairs. The executive committee feels that too many stones have been left unturned. Slipshod investigative work, they call it. I guess they feel two small minds are better than one.
What about those of us who've recently been acting vice presidents? Placeholders, if you will, for the new leadership around here. Surely we're not going to be required to pair up with the peons.
Former acting vice presidents are paired off with Daedalus Patrick Murphy. I know how fond you two are of one another.
I don't care what you do to me, Morgana. I'm not singing a single verse of cabaret.
Neville has the other team assignments. Have fun, boys and girls.
Don't worry about a thing, Murphy. I'll take care of her once and for all. I give you my solemn word. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome. Who can? What use is sitting alone in your room?
Let's roll, partner.
Hello, Kimmy. I hope you don't mind, but I've taken the liberty of doing a bit of organizing.
The light sculpture that was hanging on the wall, you know, yin and yang, what happened to it?
Oh, that blue thing? Oh, I put it in the closet. Made the place look too much like a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, no, that goes right back. Where did that bat come from?
Oh, I rented it. $12 a week.
What is my typewriter doing over here?
Oh, I'm putting it to good use. I have a splendid opening for my new novel. I'll read it to you.
Oh, that's not necessary.
No. I insist. When Derek Huntington looked at his rugged reflection in the mirror that fine September morning, he had no way of anticipating the horror that awaited him. By lunchtime, his body would be chopped into hundreds of tiny pieces. The Postal Service would become an unwitting accomplice to his murder, delivering a piece of Derek here, a chunk of Derek there. Well?
Catchy.
That poor woman. All alone up there, her husband taken from her in a twinkling of an eye.
That was no twinkle, Victor. He choked to death. It's a rough way to go.
How much we paying this broad?
$1 million.
That's an expensive chicken bone. Too bad they hadn't had meatloaf. You know, she's a nice-looking woman, and now she's a rich one. She smiled at me, Murph.
That was before you asked her if there were any leftovers.
My Beamer. That guy's stealing my Beamer. Hey! All right, out of there, pal.
Victor Bodine?
Yes, Victor Bodine. This is my car.
Wrong, pal. Repossessed. Belongs to the bank.
Oh, no.
Hey! Tough break.
Oh, great. I split my pants. Oh.
Hey, bus stop's this way.
I don't do buses, Murph. Forget it.
They've got me on hold. I'm just waiting for the approval code.
Are you sure you don't have something sporty? Because I look great behind the wheel of a convertible. Sun in the eyes, wind in the hair.
We just have sedans, Mr. Bodine.
Maybe if you roll the window down and hang your head out.
Yes? I see. Right away.
Why?
Talk to your bank. They're the ones that canceled the account.
No lunch today?
No appetite.
Mr. Toussaint? On guard, pig dog. Prepare to die. Don't worry about a thing, Murphy. I'll take care of her once and for all. I wish she were dead. Yes, Miss Dusade. Let's have lunch together sometime. And I just want to say that it's been a joy working with you. And all those things that I said about you, putting a stop to you and stabbing you in the back and wishing you were dead? Just joking. Oh, I'm glad to see you think it's funny, too. Well, we've had a few yucks, haven't we? Well, gotta go. Don't talk to strangers.
The body, I saw it under the desk.
Wesley Harden? Detective Carlson.
Oh,
I understand you discovered the body and then invited it out to lunch. Any particular reason for doing that? Were you in the office all during the noon hour? Did you notice anything suspicious?
Flutie.
Are you feeling all right, Mr. Harden? Needless to say, we have certain concerns about your possible involvement in all this. I don't want you to leave the office. Is that clear? Attaboy, Harden. It's the kind of cooperation we like to see.
I feel humiliated and debased.
Don't worry. A new pair of pants and you'll be your old obnoxious self again.
I was talking about the bus, Murph. I'm just not a public transportation type of guy. And if you ever tell anybody I rode that thing, what's my shirt and stuff doing out here? My handcuffs.
Well, what do you need handcuffs for?
Well, it's this game that I play. It's 2 or more players. So you take this blindfold and a lion tamer's chair.
Never mind. Stupid question.
Oh, Murphy, I've been robbed.
You've been evicted.
Let me see that.
Non-payment of rent.
So I missed a few payments. Gee whiz, I've been living in this place for more than a quarter of a year. You'd think they'd give me half a chance.
Let me see. You didn't pay your rent. You didn't make your car payments. You didn't pay your credit card bills. What do you use your salary for, Victor?
I was acting VP, Murph. I had to live like a vice president, even if I wasn't getting paid like one. I was borrowing against the future.
Afraid the future is history, Vic, old pal.
How's this for an image? Derek's lifeless body lay in the bathtub, turning a light shade of blue, a perfect match for the tile on the bathroom floor. Hannibal stowed the pitchfork in a nearby closet.
That's lovely, no, that really is.
Oh, I do adore a good murder. Hannibal's family owns a cannery, so you can imagine how chapter 1 ends.
What's this?
Okay to use the phone?
Victor's net worth. Oh, hello, Aunt Cornelia. Still here, huh?
Oh, I haven't got time to chat. Perhaps tonight I can read you the first chapter of my new novel.
Oh, Daphne. Hi, it's me, Victor. Listen, I've got a teensy-weensy problem. They're fumigating my apartment, and, well, I don't have any place to stay. Remind me to pull Daphne's card out of my Rolodex. This a friend of yours, Murph?
Daedalus is my nephew.
Well, we all have our crosses to bear. Oh, boy. Chloe, how are you, babe? Victor.
Scratch Chloe.
You've got to get Cornelia out of here.
Toss her into the street? My own flesh and blood?
You were right about her, Murphy, okay? But I'm ready for that rubber room, and it hasn't even been half a day. God, I wouldn't be so bad if she writes something normal.
Oh.
Hi, Mom. Rats, I forgot to disguise my voice. Oh, well. Looks like I'm gonna have to hole up here for a few days.
Forget it, Victor.
Oh, come on, please, Murph. I mean, it's just till payday. It's just a week away.
Out of the question.
Come on. I'm begging, Murph. Enjoy it while you can, because you're not gonna see me do this ever again.
Want me to get the camera?
Just give me an answer. Yes or no. I'll take it like a man.
No.
Please, Murphy. Please, please, please. I don't know where else to go.
Okay, but you're out of here on payday.
Good. Let's get a move on, Murph. We've wasted enough time as it is. Something going on here, Wes?
Ding dong, the witch is dead. The wicked witch.
Killed with a letter opener to the heart.
Where were you gentlemen during the noon hour?
Riding a bus.
Thanks very much, Mr. Murphy. What are you going to do to me next? Stab me in the heart with a letter opener?
Yeah, I hear you, pal. I'm not a public transportation kind of guy myself.
Afternoon, Harbert.
Harden, sir.
Who are you?
Elias Peck. I run this ship. And you are,
Detective Carlson.
Oh, good to have you on board, Cardigan. I understand there was a minor problem here this morning.
Dead VP, sir.
Harlequin, I'm going to do something I should have done in the first place. Effective immediately, you are the new vice president of claims. Congratulations.
About time.
You mean it?
The seas are rough these days. I'm tired of having people get washed overboard. I want a man who can plant his feet on the deck and roll with the waves. I'm counting on you, Hooperman.
You won't regret it, sir. This is the happiest day of my life.
Coming through. Coming through. Wesley Harden,
Yes?
you're under arrest for the murder of Morgana DeSade.
DeSade. There's no place like home. 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 Ah!
Daedalus? Daedalus?
What?
You asleep?
Not when you keep waking me up to ask me!
I just keep thinking about this afternoon. It's such a pity I wasn't there myself to examine the body. I'm not only a fine mystery writer, but I am a keen investigator as well. Far superior to that woman on television. You know the one I'm talking about? Jessica, no talent. How she has managed to get published and I haven't is beyond my understanding. My spelling's perfect. My grammar's impeccable. If I do allow myself a moment of immodesty, well, my first draft is my last draft. I've never felt the need to change a single word I've written.
You should never wake a sleepwalker. You never know what I could have done.
Get him out of here!
sometime tonight, Victor.
Let me ask you something, Murph. Is it my imagination, or does this tissue go right through your head?
I can't even trust you on a sofa.
Oh, this is ridiculous. It's 2:30.
Well, whatever you do, don't answer it. That was Derek's big mistake.
Who is it?
It's me, Wes. You gotta let me up.
Wes?
Must have been a jailbreak. Don't do it, Murph. He might be carrying a letter opener.
A slumber party? I got arrested for murder and you're having a slumber party?
It's a long story. How did you get out of jail?
Another long story. My father pulled a few strings and paid a lot of bail money. You gotta let me stay here tonight. I can't be alone. Not tonight. I tried. But Morgana, Miss Dusade, she's reaching out to me from beyond the grave.
Of course you can stay. Don't worry about a thing. Murphy's going to clear you.
I am? Of course I am.
Oh, thank you, Murphy.
How am I gonna do that?
I don't know, Murph, but good luck. Frankly, I think he's guilty as hell.
I have one more favor to ask.
Name it.
Don't make me stay on the sofa. I can't be alone. Not tonight. I just can't.
This is war.
Stop it! You're killing me! This can't be happening.
Hey, what's the big idea?
You were on top of me. I couldn't breathe.
So you threw me out of bed? It was an accident. The way you're acting, you think I did it on purpose or something. Blaming me for everything.
Mr. Hart, each of us is endowed with our own special gifts. If I were to sum up myself in a word, it would be curiosity. Raw, unquenchable curiosity.
I'm not a flesh and blood murderer, if that's what you're curious about. Are you really a writer?
Words are my tools, my hammers, my nails, the hacksaws of my life.
I feel the same way about insurance claims.
What was it like?
What was what like?
The moment itself, in Morgana Desade's office.
You mean
Yes,
when,
yes, you, Morgana Desade, the letter opener.
when I asked her to lunch?
Lunch?
Bizarre, isn't it? I mean, she was already dead, and I invited her to lunch. The whole office heard it.
It's absolutely brilliant.
It is?
Of course it is. And it nearly worked. By having an innocent conversation behind closed doors, you almost convinced your co-workers that you didn't plunge the letter opener into her heart.
Exactly.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Question. The death rattle. What is it like?
The death rattle?
Yes, a dying breath. Is it really a rattle? Or is it more of a romantic sigh?
There is a reaper whose name is Death, and with his sickle keen, he reaps the bearded grain at a breath, and the flowers that grow between.
Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
We are gathered together today to remember the life of Morgana Marquette de Sade. Struck down by a vicious killer, a worm of a man, a true monster in the prime of her life. In accordance with her wishes, this will be an open ceremony, with those in attendance speaking their hearts. If you have anything good to say about Morgana, please, now is the time to share it with us.
I can think of something good to say. She's dead.
Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves, and immortality. Emily Dickinson.
Surely somebody must have some kind words.
Come ye slow or come ye fast, it is but death that comes at last. Lo, death has reared himself a throne.
Let's be honest with each other. We all hated Morgana, and we're glad she's dead. She destroyed my marriage, and she ruined my life. You see, after my breast reduction surgery backfired, she refused to pay off on my claim. She seduced my husband and got him to sign a statement saying that the operation was a success.
Well, it was. At last you could drive.
That wasn't enough. I was tired of being compared to Switzerland. I was fed up with the whistling, the catcalls, the honking horns, the carnage in the streets every time I went jogging. And I wanted to visit a construction site without having to wear 3 hard hats. But the doctor blew the operation. The insurance company blew the settlement. And Morgana Doucet bluffed her way into bed with you.
It was the nicest thing any insurance company ever did for me. Morgana said that she loved me. But after the breast case, she dumped me for a high school football team. There was this bus accident. They didn't get a dime either. If it's any consolation, I wanted her dead just as much as you did.
I'm the one who wanted to see Morgana Doucet die. I cheered when I heard the news, and I spoke. The first words I'd spoken for a long, long time. You see, I had what Nurse Valerie came to call Morgana's syndrome.
Marvin did nothing but hum show tunes, night and day, day and night. Some enchanted, or I'm gonna wash that right out of my. It wouldn't have been so bad if he knew more of the words, or even a couple of Neil Diamond songs.
I worked with Morgana at Triax Insurance. She systematically destroyed my career and drove me into the depths of despair. In a way, she even put me in this wheelchair. Not being the athletic type, I was never able to walk and carry a tune at the same time. 8 years of steady humming, and my legs have practically withered away. We can only hope that Morgana is rotting in hell at this very moment.
Well, now that we're on a roll, I hated her too. She was my niece. She always was a despicable little creature. Even her own sister wouldn't come to a funeral. But I showed her. Put her shoes on the wrong feet, and I'm going to bury her upside down. Oh, all right. We've had enough fun for one day. Go home, and congratulations to all of us.
Still think West did it, or should we add a few names to the suspect list?
I'm sorry. I misjudged you. Perhaps it was the mortician. He seems to have a love affair with the macabre.
I'm frightened, Miss Finucci. I'm frightened.
Wesley! Wesley, where are you? It's me, Miss Finucci. We've been looking for you. Where are you?
I'm right here at First Fidelity Casualty. I'm trapped in the witch's office. Don't go away, Miss Finucci. Please, I'm frightened. Come back. Come back.
Miss Finucci! Miss Finucci! Come back! I'll give you Miss Finucci, my pretty!
Wes, snap out of it!
Murphy! Murphy!
That's the last time you order the double burrito combination plate and sleep with me.
I got away. I'm safe.
Sure you are. It was a dream.
No, it was real. There was First Fidelity Casualty, and there was a tornado, and I landed on a witch, and the lion ate the little girl, and you were there, and you were there, and you, where's Toto?
Gotta eat sometime, Murph. Sure sound like I'm gonna stick around for the stupid dinner party of yours.
Good. One less plate to wash.
Having a bunch of people over that you met at a funeral, that has got to be the single dumbest idea I've ever heard of. Real Hall of Fame material, Murph.
Stop insulting Murphy. He gave you a roof over your head, food to eat, a bed to sleep in.
Yeah, we'll try to have the place cleaned up by 11. I want to get some rest tonight. Full moon tonight, Cornelia?
Daedalus, you do surround yourself with the strangest people.
I've been meaning to do something about that.
I'm worried, Murphy. What if this dinner party backfires? Where does that leave me?
The only reason it'd backfire is if you killed Morgana, which means we went to a lot of trouble for nothing, which means you're doing the dishes.
There's no time for jokes, Murphy. This is my life we're talking about.
Careful of the door. Don't want to pinch anything. Guess who I ran into downstairs, Murph?
Some coincidence you all got here at the same time.
We came together in one of my funeral cars. They're not much to look at. The ride is heavenly.
I thought you were leaving us, Victor.
Well, I know how much counting on me.
Food's in here.
Oh, excellent salad.
Hungry bunch of suspects.
I don't believe we've ever been formally introduced. I'm Cornelia Bingham.
Eugene Williger. What a lovely dress. My favorite color, too.
Would you care to join me on the sofa?
I would be honored.
Care for a little breast?
I have such enormous curiosity about your profession.
Many people do, but there's nothing mysterious about it. All it takes is a few planks of wood and a good backhoe.
Oh, you're far too modest. Death is the greatest mystery of them all.
Mind if I sit down?
Speaking of death, has it ever occurred to you what it actually is we're eating? Flesh and bone.
Muscle tissue, blood vessels,
Nerves and tendons.
cartilage,
Skin.
capillaries.
Oh. I love the sound of your voice.
I'll get it.
Who is it?
Me.
We have a visitor.
You have a lot of visitors, Murph. I'm a visitor. I just want you to be clear that this dump isn't my dump.
This is a special visitor. The one person in the whole world who can tell us who killed Morgana Dussaid.
She did!
Maybe you all did it. Maybe Wes did it.
Murphy.
Maybe Morgana was in a hurry to open a letter and got careless. But one thing is sure. The person coming up in this elevator knows the answer.
Who killed you?
Obviously, no one's killed me. I'm still here. And I always will be.
Oh, Mad River, that old Mad River, he don't know.
Make him stop! Make him stop this instant!
Nothing.
I killed you. I know it. I watched you die.
Hey, hey.
Murphy! 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 Oh. Oh.
That's not Morgana.
It's not?
It's her identical twin sister, Angelica.
How do you do?
I've been better. You tricked me.
Hey.
I could have.
I had to do it. I either had to kill her or I had to kill you. The show tunes were driving me out of my mind.
Identical twins. What phenomenal luck. How unbelievably convenient.
Why do you say that? I have an identical twin.
You do? Really?
Well, we used to be identical, but because of my surgery, she's actually a cup and a half larger.
My cup runneth over. How do you and your sister feel about spending Saturday night with a man who doesn't mind being shared?
You sure you're doing the right thing?
Admit it, Daedalus. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, you will not be unhappy to see me go.
Good luck with the novel.
Oh, I never get past the first chapter anyway. Once the victim's dead, I lose interest.
It's been a long time, Cornelia.
1967. The world had given up on both of us.
We'll prove them wrong yet.
Come along, my love. The hearse is waiting.
Isn't he romantic?
Goodbye, Mr. Sade. Wish I could say I was sorry to see you go, but you made my life a nightmare. Have fun in hell, and try not to make a nuisance of yourself. Goodbye, Indiana. Oh my God! No! Let go! Let go of me! Let go! Let go! Please! I didn't mean it! Oh God! No! Oh! Oh! It's a dream! It's a dream! This can't be happening! Wake up! Wake up! I'm not waking up! It's really happening! It can't be!
Mm-hmm.